Next, we have to derive the equation of motion using the differential and integral calculus. We know that derivative of a function refers the slope. Slope equal to derivative of a function. Say y is the function of x, then we can write slope equal to dy by dx. And dy by dx is actually limiting case of delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. Normally differential and integrals are used when we have irregular shapes of the graph where we cannot apply the standard formulas. In that case, we have to use the differential and integral calculus. Here we operate on a very elementary part, delta x, that is approaching to 0. For that, we find delta y, which is also very approaching to 0, and we get the required relation of dy by dx for that instant. So slope of a function is given by the derivative of it, while the area of a function is given by integral. This is the integral. Plus c, or somewhere it is also written as there are two types of integrals. One is this, another is gx dx. Actually, this is the sum. We can say this is the larger s, large s. This symbol is the form of the s, sum, for sum. So sum or integral is the sum of a function, that is the area. This type of the integrals where we are using plus c, this is called indefinite integral. This is actually a function. While when we use limits, this is lower limit, and this is called upper limit. When we take the integral of the function with limits, upper and lower limits, it is called definite integral, and actually this is a number. We get a finally number. In detail, you will read it in mathematics, but here we are giving some formulas which we will use in general. For example, differential of x raised to the power n, it is equal to n x n minus 1. Differential of e raised to the power x, that is equal to ex. Differential of ln x, it is equal to 1 by x. Actually, this is mod x. In general, many places we will find it is only x. Putting the mod is meaning that log is always of a positive number. We can't take the log of negative number. So we have specifically mentioned here, but if it is not mentioned, then we should treat it as a positive. Differential of sin x, it is cos x. Differential of cos x, this is equal to minus sin x. And many more formulas which we will give when required. Similarly, we can get the integrals formula. For example, integral of x raised to the power n dx. It is equal to x raised to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. This c is called constant of integration. Integral of e की power x equal to e की power x plus c. Integral of 1 by x equal to ln x plus c. Integral of cos x sin x plus c. Integral of sin x dx equal to minus cos x plus c. We are giving some examples, some formulas, but there are many more formulas. The formula which we will require, we will give as and when required. Now, with this brief description, we have to derive the equation of motions using differential and integral calculus. We know that acceleration is rate of change of velocity. That means acceleration A is dv by dt in differential term. This implies that dv equal to a dt. Now we integrate it. Integrate dv and a dt. V is integrated from initial velocity u and final velocity v. And time is taken from starting time 0 and final time t. A is an acceleration, it is a constant. And if there is a constant, say afx dx, we have to integrate it. The constant term in an integral will be taken out. There is no change. And we can write it is afx dx. So using this formula, we can write it as a integral 0 to t dt. Now integrate. Integral of dx will be equal to x. This is another formula. It is a form of x ki power n dx. We have already given x raised to power n dx equal to x raised to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. If there is nothing, that means there is 0, 1. 1 means x raised to the power 0, that is equal to 1. So n is 0, that means 0 plus 1, that is x, 0 plus 1, 1. So we get x. So we are integrating here dv, so we will get v with lower limit u, upper limit v equal to a, lower limit t, this integral is t, lower limit 0, upper limit t. And we put the limits, upper limit is put with positive sign and lower limit is put with negative sign. So we get v minus u equal to a t minus 0. Hence finally we will get v equal to u plus at. This is our first equation of motion, which we are already derive using the graphical method. Similarly, we can derive the second equation of motion. For second equation of motion, we use formula v equal to dx by dt. Rate of change of position or displacement is called velocity. So dx equal to v dt. This implies that integral of dx from 0 to x, integral of v dt. Now we have to use this, we have to replace this v because we have to integrate this v with respect to time. That means this function v to be replaced with a function of time. That means we have already solved the equation v equal to u plus at. U is the initial velocity, so it is a constant term. A is acceleration, it is constant. That means v equal to u plus at. If we replace v equal to u plus at, the only variable term is t, for which we have to integrate with time. So we replace this v equal to u plus at. That means we get u plus at dt, and time is from 0 to t. Now we integrate it. Dx, that means x, upper limit, lower limit 0, upper limit x equal to. Now one more formula is integral of a function sum of two functions. If we have a sum of two functions, we have to integrate them. That means it is equal to integral of fx dx plus integral of gx dx plus c. That means integral of sum is equal to the sum of integrals. So using this formula, we can write 0 to t u dt plus 0 to t at dt. Here a is constant, so it can be taken out, and this is solved. So it is u is taken out because u is also constant, a is also constant. So we get 0 to t dt plus a is taken out, integral 0 to t dt. As earlier said, integral of dt is t. So it is t with limit 0 to t plus a. Now it is t dt. Integral of t dt will be equal to t square by 2 using the formula x raised to the power n dx equal to x raised to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Here we can put n equal to 1. Then this is x square by 2. So for t dt, it is t square by 2. So we replace it with t square by 2 and put the limit 0 to t. And now replacing the upper limit minus lower limit, we get x minus 0 equal to u t minus 0 plus a. This 2 is constant, it can be taken out. And this is t square upper limit minus lower limit is 0. So finally we get x equal to ut plus half at square. This is our second equation of motion. Similarly, we can derive our third equation of motion. Our third equation of motion is v square equal to u square plus 2ax. That means it is a relation between v and x, where a and u is the initial velocity and a is the acceleration. These are constant. That means in differential, we have to relate v and x. We know v equal to dx by dt and a equal to dv by dt. We can write a equal to dv by dt or dv by dx and dx by dt. This dx will cancel, so we have dv by dt. So it is equal to dx by dt is, from this it is v. So we get v into dv by dx. That means v a equal to v into dv by dx. We have this relation. Finally, we can write here a equal to dv by dt. This you have to remember. This is one of the formula. And similarly, a equal to v dv by dx. This is another for the acceleration. These two formulas are very important to be memorized. So finally, we use this v into dv by dx. So dx taken left side, so it comes a dx equal to v dv. And now integrate them. Now put the limit. Say position is changing from 0. Initially object was at origin and reach at x. And initial velocity was u and finally velocity was v. These are the limits. When we use limits, upper limit and lower limit, then we have not to use the constant of integration. Hence, a is constant, it will taken out. We will have a 0 to x dx equal to, here v is variable term. So we can't take it out, v dv. Now take the integration. A dx, integration of dx is x with limit 0 to x equal to v dv. Earlier we told integral of t dt equal to t square by 2. Similarly, integral v dv, it will be v square by 2 with limits u and v. And we put the limits, it is a x minus 0 equal to v square by 2 minus u square by 2. So this implies that ax equal to v square minus u square by 2, 2 is taken out, and rearranging the terms, we finally get v square equal to u square plus 2ax. This is our third equation of motion. So we have derived our three equation of motions using the concept of differential and integral calculus.